Kids, good evening. It's my vlog for August the 3rd, 2012. We're in August already. I can't even believe it. I've been unconscious most of this year, and I woke up and it was August 3rd. And I realized that I have not spoken with you since last month because I've been watching the Olympics all day, every day, glued to my television set for every sweaty droplet of delicious sports phenomenon in all kinds of things, even things I've never watched before. Today I was treated to a rare, exciting event called Shot Put, where big, hunky bear dudes stand in a little circle and throw a ball that is covered in like chalk, like a dusty ball. So, and they throw it at the grass. So I was thinking to myself, I'm kind of like the hunky bear type, and I should get one of those balls and stand out in my backyard and throw shot put and get ready for the, I don't know, the geriatric Olympics. It was disconcerting to me to listen to people talk about anyone over the age of 30 as washed up, finished, done, over the hill. Being that I'm 46 now, I just felt like I should be like going down to the drugstore and getting a walker and one of those potty seats. Yeah, I mean, talking about your life being totally over, just watch the Olympics and see how old you feel if you're anything over 30. You just have like no chance. And I must say, in my younger days when I was very sports oriented and did a lot of sports, I remember how fast I could rebound. Now, it takes me over an hour to rebound walking across the street to pick up the mail. So I can totally relate. But I think we should have a geriatric Olympics. Since we have a Special Olympics, we might as well get one for older folks too. Older folks like me who still feel like they could contribute somehow, and just can't compete with 17-year-old kids running circles around you. So what do you think about this idea? I like it. Now, as you might have read, if you're on my Facebook, you might have read this earlier today. I live in a swing state. I live in Florida, as most of you might know. And in Florida, the last several election cycles, since Florida has become this like major swing state since like 2000 or something, they inundate the airwaves with political ads. They pop up on everything, on your computer. They pop up on television, on every single channel. They pop up on the radio. I mean, there's no way to escape them. They come in the mail every single day. Sometimes they send you even like CDs so you can listen to something, or they send you DVDs so they can scare the crap out of you with something. It's really shocking, and it's pathetic. And it's like you can't get away from it because you live in a swing state. So they want to keep hammering away. Now, I love rough and tumble politics, but there's just so much bullshit I can listen to before my bullshit meter just explodes. And this Olympic Games particularly has been extremely heavily advertised, more so than I can recall any other Olympic Games, with just inundation of political ads. Kids, take it easy. Candidates, we already know. We're still waiting for like Mitt Romney's tax returns. If that comes up, I want to hear about it. But I don't want to hear about the stuff I already know about. So, show me your tax returns, Mitt Romney, or I'll stop your commercials. And Barack Obama, we already know who you are. We already know what you've done. We already know what you want to do because you've laid it out plain and clear and very detailed on your website. And we've all read it, and we all know. So, I mean, we like to know what Mitt would actually do, but he just is very vague, and he's going to continue that. And his ads are, frankly, not that good quality. They kind of put me to sleep. That or they're so full of lies. It's gobsmacking. And it's just, let me watch the Olympics, for God's sakes. That's all I want. I just want to watch the Olympics in peace and enjoy the escape. Because when it's done, I'll get it. I'll take the gloves off and get into the rough and tumble politics with anybody on any subject. Now, another thing I wanted to discuss is this Chick-fil-A thing that everybody's like, gotta talk about Chick-fil-A, and pictures and protests and kiss-ins and all kinds of bullshit. Well, this is my deal. First of all, what the guy that runs Chick-fil-A, the president of Chick-fil-A, has every right to express himself. I totally give him that. Every single right in the world to say whatever he wants to say. And if he runs his company the way he wants to, and he wants to express hate for a certain group of people in this country and alienate them from his business, and basically saying you're not welcome here, that's his right. And if he thinks the economy is good enough that he can get away with that, excellent. Make it happen. I fully welcome that. I will never darken their door for any reason, as long as this is their stance, and that's my right. But I'm not calling for a boycott. I could care less if you go eat Chick-fil-A or not. It has no bearing on my life. Now, here's the thing though. This is what does have a bearing on my life. I have read 7 different versions of the Bible, from beginning to end, very carefully. I've also read a whole bunch of other books and other things about, the Judeo-Christian religion. I've read of other world religions. I have seen all of these different religions in practice. And I have to say, if you sit back and look at who gets the attention, it's always the extremists in every religion that get the attention. The extremists in the Islamic religion get the attention. The extremists in the Christian religions get the attention. For example, our friends over at Westboro Baptist Church, the one that protests army dudes' funerals and gay people and stuff like that, they get a lot of attention. And this gentleman from Chick-fil-A, this president of Chick-fil-A, is getting a lot of attention. What I don't understand is this. There are billions of Christians and billions of Muslims and billions of all these different religions all around the world who don't believe these things that they're saying. These extremist views. They don't read the books and get the same message. And yet, they remain silent for the most part, both in public forums and in private forums, and allow this type of behavior to continue. This is what I don't understand, and I would love somebody to explain this to me sometime. I've read those books. I don't see Christianity the same way a lot of quote-unquote Christian people see it. I've read the books. I understand the English language. I understand what the words mean. I put them in context, and I don't understand how so many people can get these things wrong, factually incorrect. And then the rest of the people just sit silent and say, well, that's okay. And then say they're victims. This is the kicker. I'm a religious victim. And Christians love to do that in this country. Oh, because I'm a Christian, I'm a victim. You're not a victim. What you do is you stand quiet while assholes misrepresent your religion. And you don't stand up and say, no, this is not our religion. So you have no one to blame but yourself. Guilty by association. Just like everybody that's associated with anything, if you are a white supremacist, for example, and you support those groups, you're guilty by association. You are allowing it to happen. When gay people do stupid shit, and we do stupid shit, we're all guilty by association. It makes me cringe sometimes. Same with white folks, black folks. However you slice and dice, our lives are very complicated. We belong to a lot of different associations. if you think about it, on many different levels. But when you don't speak out and say, this is wrong, and I do this a lot, especially with like my white folks association, because they make me cringe. White folks make me cringe. A lot of the times. But I speak up and say, this is wrong. This is not me. This is not right. And if everyone would stand up and say, you know what, I disagree. If you're a Christian and you watch something that is unchristian happening, even if it's mainstream, you should be standing up and saying, this is not right. This is not right at all. But nobody does that. Nobody cares enough or has balls enough to sit in front of a camera and talk or get on Facebook and post something and say, no, this is wrong. This is how I see it. This is where I disagree. This is where I draw a line. It's just common sense. I don't agree with everything that anybody does. I don't even agree with everything I do. But at least when I screw up, or somebody that I'm associated with screws up, or something doesn't go down the way I think it should, I say, well, here's where I draw that line. I'm guilty by association, but I don't agree. And this needs to be fixed. So sitting there trying to defend the indefensible is ridiculous. It shows a sign of weakness, in my opinion. It shows a sign of complacency, of brainwash, of apathy. People are free to have hate speech, so it's always been around. And hate speech is just great. It's hate. It gets people fired up. It gets the energy going on all sides of issues. But at what point do you stand up and say, this matters? This shouldn't be. Instead of ducking for cover or trying to defend the indefensible. People have every right to say what they want, but they don't have the right to make up their own facts and hurt others. They just don't. That's where the line should be drawn, my opinion. So I wanted to get this all out today. I felt like I've been away from my video vlogs for so long, during the Olympics. I was starting to feel like I was mentally constipated. I just needed to take a big dump. So this is what I'm doing today. I'm taking a big dump on all of it. It feels good. Now I'm going to go wipe, jump in the pool, freshen up, and get ready for the Olympics. Have a nice night, everybody, and a great weekend.